It's real. It's needed. It's every day.
First at 5:30, a hospital-based program is making progress in the city's efforts to combat youth violence. Pivot to Peace provides stabbing and gunshot victims a different path forward.
WLKY's Madison Elliott explains how the program works to fight the rise in violence.
As Louisville grapples with youth violence, Stefan Robinson is doing the work every day to prevent it. He's a community outreach worker and change agent with the Office of Violence Prevention and works with multiple clients through the Pivot to Peace program.
And my job is to help them navigate through the cards that they've been dealt. We're not going to complain about the hands that we have. We're just going to navigate it.
A little more than 20% of the victims killed by gun violence this year are people between the ages of 18 and 24. Nearly 14% are 11 to 17. Non-fatal shootings are even higher. Nearly 30% are between the age of 18 to 24, and nearly 17% are 11 to 17.
But they just kids at the end of the day.
Robinson works with young people, some in middle school, some in high school, and others in college. While each case is different, he says part of what he sees is a lack of resources.
There's youth that want to be saved and that want to listen and want to do the right thing.
U of L Health is a big partner in the Pivot to Peace program. When somebody comes here for a gunshot wound or a stab wound, they can get connected to resources. Janae Wright is a community health worker at U of L Hospital. She says they assess a patient and try to get to the root cause of an issue.
The things that we do to try to prevent re-injury are making sure those people have the tools that they need to not find themselves in those sort of situations.
U of L Hospital is the only level 1 trauma center in the region for adults. This means if someone is shot or stabbed, they end up here. Wright says the Office of Violence Prevention is a big source for their referrals, and she sees a difference.
We're seeing those numbers decrease of the number of people who are re-injured because of the programs like Pivot to Peace.
Robinson says even helping one person makes a difference.
I'm not able to save all of them, but if I'm able to get 2 or 3, maybe they'll pour it onto their friends.
Madison Elliott, WLKY News.